You listen to Garagehammer, episode 392. On tonight's episode, the manlings are talking about the Scourge of Ashy. Oh, all the things going around in the realm of fire, and all the things getting weird and different. Oh, we're going to cover some of it, because it's so long we can't do it in an episode. Shut it! I'm listening to me show. Welcome to the garage, you tools, for the next, 2-3 hours. Thereabouts. We're going to do our best to keep you informed, entertained, and perhaps have a few laughs along the way. Bringing you new war scrolls, new lores, and all new enhancement category type things, non-hero stuff. I'm David Wytek, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Chris Walker. Chris!
Hey, how are ya?
Hey. Oh, all right. So, we're going to cover some of this Scourge of Ashy stuff today.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't play enough of these armies to know if the new War Scroll is so much better or worse than the old War Scroll. I know the points differences, and I know what the new ones say.
Yeah.
I think, but you and I are kind of both in the same boat where we don't... we don't play all the armies, so we were uncertain. So we're gonna kind of try to approach this, in a Garagehammer fashion, which means we're not exactly certain what we're talking about some of the time. But that's okay. That's not what you come here for. We're also not going to get through all of this because it's freaking long.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's 3 to 4 pages for 26 different armies. You've got to be kidding me. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. That's just too much.
I will say they seem to have more content for Scourge of Ashy than they did for Scourge of Gyran.
Well, yeah. I mean, they've got entire new what do you call it? New enhancement types.
Right. Pretty much every army's got
an extra set of enhancements. Like
which is kind of wild. That's new. And then also those enhancements seem to be the way that you get. And the new War Scrolls, that's how you interact with the new GHB too, with the Rage dice and all that stuff.
Yeah,
because I was looking at the General's Handbook yesterday. The only way that you don't generate Rage dice only on the beginning of the battle, right? The guy who goes first gets 1, or the attacker gets 1, defender gets 2. That's it.
Yeah,
there's no built-in.
Sure, there is. There's a whole bunch of ways to get more.
Well, there is, but not like inherent in like the setup of the game. You just get those ones at the beginning, and then you have to interact and do things to get more.
Well, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you don't just automatically get one at the beginning of every battle round and that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, you get a fresh set of dice, but no, your rage points don't change because that's the whole point.
Yeah,
is you got to do doing that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
No, it's cool, but we got to do our show intro-y stuff. We're skipping everything and diving right into the meat here, but we got to do the job here. So come on now, come on. Let's thank our sponsors. That includes Chaos Orc Superstore, 6 Squared Studios for all your basing and MDF needs, and Grognard Games in Algonquin, Batavia, and Roselle, Illinois. There's always something happening at Grognards. That's right. We also want to thank our Patreon patrons, the people who are keeping the lights on here. The people who are you guys are the ones who really get everything happening in the show that is happening. And that includes our our executive producers, Kyle Leaf, and our new executive producer, Ricky Sean, our associate producer, Big Jake, and our other new patron, Boo Boo Keys. Boo Boo Keys. I thought it said Boo Boo Kitty, and it says Boo Boo Keys. So
that's great. I think that person just joined the Discord too.
Yep. And so did Ricky. So I'm glad to have you guys in the Discord. Glad everyone's here. And seriously, thank you to all of you guys. Anyone who wants to help out the show, please check out our Patreon page and take a look at what's going on there.
Nice.
Also, we have voicemail. That's right. If you wanted to call and leave a voicemail here at Garagehammer, you could just dial 1-757-GH-SHOW-6. That's right, folks. That's 1-757-GH-SHOW-6. Most international callers dial 00 and then 1-757-GH-SHOW-6. You can call now. You can call later. You can call whenever you want because it's a voicemail. It's always set up. The master engineer's got a little voice thing, says, hey, then you leave the message. Then we play the message on the air most of the time when I don't screw it up. Like this call right here, which is Paul from the middle of Tennessee.
Hey guys, this is Paul calling from the middle of Tennessee. I'm the person who wrote and submitted the Dear Lizabelle story for the contest last year. I was calling in with a question. It seems like you guys have reduced the amount of lore that you were talking about when renewing new battle tomes. Used to really like when you would compare the unit lore with their rules on a tabletop. Not sure when the last time you did that for the majority of units in a new book review. And I know some of the books have so many units it would be impractical to do it for every unit, but I always find it interesting to see how the story stacks up against the gameplay. Also, for the lore segment at the beginning, know that a lot of the lore in the book is recycled from previous editions, and there's not a real need to rehash it every time. But it feels more like you're just giving a Cliff Notes version and just hitting the high notes of the new stuff before moving on to the war segment. I was wondering if this was because of a paradigm shift in the show, or is it more of a time issue because you don't want to have to split the larger books into multiple episodes or have episodes run even longer than they are? Anyway, I really enjoy the show and look forward to seeing you guys at Adepticon again in the future, unless you be able to come down to NashCon in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm going to hang up after that shameless plug for my local major GT and look forward to your response. Bye.
Man, I don't know.
All right.
I don't really think about it. Like, we're just kind of been doing what we do. Like, there are things that we're trying, some things we're not trying. I mean, I really don't. I guess I never give it much thought. I just sort of read and covered the stuff when I was interested in, you know. I mean, I did.
I mean, the big problem with the lore sections is kind of what he mentioned, is that a lot of the lore from book to book is pretty much the same, you know. So I think we call that out while we're doing it, and we do tend to note when there's new interesting things that are in there. But you know, I kind of get what he's saying. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I see what he's saying. I don't know. I haven't really given it that much thought. I just kind of talk about anything I'm thinking about, and then when I run out of things to say, I shut up. Which I mean,
well,
that's why this show is so long.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely used to talk about the units and if they matched their lore.
We had them split up, and I would like to split them up again, but the problem is it's just finding the time to do it all.
Right.
You know, like they are all in one episode because that's what we can do. I would love it if we could just do a weekly episode and then just do it halvesy, splitsies. That would be really cool. It's a little impractical right now where we are in life. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, I always appreciate the feedback. If people want more lore, I mean, I'm happy to work on more lore. But I know that when we started to at least try to put together and talk about how the different things go together with the rules, people were getting a lot of positive feedback that we were actually it's like, thank God Walker understands how the rules work type of things. So I don't know.
Well, we'll take it under advisement. How about that?
Yeah, we should probably put up. I mean, we can always, survey in the Discord or on the Patreon. We have those set up. But I guess I'd never thought about it. So,
great.
But if people want more lore, I mean, I like it too.
Yeah,
we could totally, do more if that's what the listeners want.
Yeah, I guess we haven't had a dedicated lore book from Games Workshop in a while. Those the Techless books and the Morathi books. We haven't had those in a while. So
right,
pretty much the only lore that we've been getting is in these new army books.
Right, because we should be getting some of that soon, though, because if they are going to go to the next edition, then within the next few months, we'll start to see the big books with the stories for whatever's coming next.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to figure there are 5 books. We know Ogres are coming out soon. I'd be surprised if it was more than a month or so. I mean, I know the big 40K release is happening and everyone's focusing on 40K.
Yeah.
But you've got 5 books that have...
And we've still got Fire Slayers.
Yeah, Fire Slayers, Seraphon,
Ogres.
Sons of Behemoth. So I guess
Behemoth.
4 armies and then
4.
that army.
Yep.
And then there's one other, and I forget. Is it Slaanesh?
No, Slaanesh. Well, Slaanesh is out.
I just I'm not I'm not on the page.
Pretty sure Slaanesh is out.
I know there's one more. I'm just not on the.
Yeah, I think there's
I'm not
4.
on Warcom right now.
I think there's 4 left.
Maybe it's only 4. Maybe I don't remember. Yeah. So, but that's where we're at. You know, we've only got a few books left. I think they're going to come pretty fast and furious, but we'll.
We hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, you want them. This is why you need a 4-year cycle, but we'll talk about that at the Christmas episode.
Spoilers.
Oh, well, no, I've been complaining about that for so long. It's just gonna keep complaining. Look, I mean, I kept wishing for Chaos Dwarfs and I got them, so I'm gonna keep wishing for other things. Now I'm gonna wish for regular dwarfs because honestly, the Chaos Dwarfs have disappointed me. Unless they're getting that second wave, man. That second wave, that would be so sweet. Why are we still talking? We haven't. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. We're not gonna do a legit toolbox because we don't have a ton of time.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
With a lot of stuff to cover. But let's just talk a quick bit about if there's anything that you've been doing that you want to mention, you know, anything hobby, you know, AOS, 40K, Blood Bowl related, you want to and we'll do that before the break, you know, and then we'll take our break and then we're going to come in and we'll start talking with some of these Scourge of Ashy bet. I think because some of this is really cool. So you got anything?
For Toolbox?
Yeah.
I've been working on Callus and Toll lately, just kind of slowly. That's about the only thing. Yeah, it's about the only thing I've been working on. I've got Callus and Toll both painted.
Oh, nice.
And I've got the Stormcast guy painted, and I'm working on the other 2 companions right now. But that's about it, other than buying the new General's Handbook, kind of reading through that, sort of deciding what battle tactics I'm going to try to use with what armies, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, it's a kind of a big discussion because these are a lot different, these battle tactics.
Yeah.
Like, people are struggling to complete more than 1 off each card. So
because the first one's hard. The second one is like the easier one. Everyone was jumping out and getting their first one and then struggling. Now it's like, no. Get that first. Get the first one's hard. You can get the first one. Second one comes a little easier.
Yeah.
I'm kind of it's very interesting. I am
How about you? Have you been looking at that?
I have been looking at that. And trying to figure out kind of what armies I want to build, which is one of the reasons why like the Hellsmiths, it's just I'm like, I'm not finding any of this stuff that's really going to work for me with this. So, but I mean, dude, we have so many things going on. It doesn't matter. But yeah, the GHB, I find this new one pretty interesting. The Rage Dice and stuff, we're going to see how that works. It looks to me like they're trying to just make this game go faster. Get the blood flowing. You know, this sounds like a cornate psyop right here. Let's get the new rules. Everyone just gets full of rage.
I know.
And kills things.
I feel like, I don't know, I haven't played a game yet, but I've seen a couple, and it seems the game seems even more deadly than it already was, which is kind of crazy.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. But so you've been just slow painting and putting some time into one of these special groups, huh? Interesting.
Well, I painted Callus Toll and the Stormcast guy, and I'm getting kind of sick of it. So I'm going to slap chop the other 2. Yeah, because I want to get into some other stuff here.
Well, in the past month, I've got I painted about 300-400 points of Lumineth.
Yeah.
We got those Huracan wind chargers. 5 of those got done, and I got a character done.
They're pretty good in the game, aren't they? The wind chargers.
Yeah. We were playing at Herner's tournament, which will be for a different episode.
Mm-hmm.
But at 1,000 points, Learier with a unit of 10 regular horses, and then 5 of those guys, and then a wizard in the house.
Yeah.
They do some. They do their work.
Yeah.
Then I also painted 1,000 points of. Well, now a little over 1,000 points of Sylvaneth.
Right. Because the points went up.
Yeah, because the points went up. I've had a lot of fun painting them. I'm going to try to get some more of that stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
We primed a bunch of stuff today. Bee's got her entire Daughters of Cain army primed and ready to start painting.
Okay.
And I got more of my Tyrannid stuff done. I got all but 6 models built for my secret new 11th Ed army.
Okay.
Everything else is primed, and I'm kind of starting painting because I want to start just some painting. Going to see how quick this goes, how well I can do with this.
Yeah.
Other than that, I had so much fun painting those Sylvaneth. Can I tell you how much fun? And it was mostly contrast paint, but I was watching Louise Sudgeon on the Rogue Hobbies, and she had a video about glazing. And she was talking about washes and glazes. And I was watching her just super thin stuff down. And I've seen this sort of on Artis Opus. I've seen some videos like this.
Sure.
But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'll try it with the contrast. Just thin it down even worse, but then you paint it. And
did you use like the contrast, like a medium to
just
thin
water.
It down? Okay.
Just thinned it down, going back water, because I was wanting to keep it super thin. And I got some decent blends. Like I was really pleased with how my Sylvaneth are turning out. I got the 2 twist wields done.
Yeah.
And I got the manifestations. 10 Spite Revenants and the Lady of Vines and a Tree Lord Ancient. I got Spirit of Dirthu, I mean.
Okay.
So I got all those done there, and it's like it didn't take long at all. Like I did it in a week.
Yeah. I remember when I painted my Sylvaneth, that was my experience too. I just contrast painted everything, and it went really fast.
But I went back with some more, like I said, and I thinned them out really. I went layer after layer, a little shorter. I got these nice green to red transitions, like you get on rhubarb almost. Like there's some really nice stuff in my army.
That's cool.
And then I just completely loaded up the bases with flowers. Like there's grass in places, but it's mostly flowers. So it's just completely popping on the. Like I overdid it on purpose at every base. It's just it's kind of expensive because I bought a bunch of those flower things from Gamer Grass. I had some, and the other one was I forget the other brand, but they're both really nice. And I just bought all the bright, ridiculous colors. And so then I pick a couple of colors, and then those, just put it all in there. But it's packed. So it's just very lots of growth happening. I'm so excited. And plus the games we played, I played those 5 games at Herner's tournament with them. They're fun. Yeah. It's really fun to play with them. They have some cool things that they can do.
Did you play with Scourge of Gyran War Scrolls?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think I know. No, I just had the regular ones. I think we picked like a Scourge of Gyran artifact or something.
So
you helped me write the list.
So. Scourge of Gyran rules were in effect, but just without the battle tactics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus, like I said, Herner's whole event is like the table does a lot of damage, and there's basically, there's one terrain piece that you have to get, one other thing you have to get. There's basically only 3 or 4, and they're each table it's slightly different, the ways that things happen, but it's pretty straightforward and it's really fun. But
That's
you
cool.
don't pick tactics at his tournament because you just have them.
Right.
What else? Yeah, I got a lot of that built. I got a lot of this stuff primed. Been very excited. Did a bunch of trades recently. Dropped some store credit at Grognard's. Did a couple of trades.
What were you picking up? Is this for the Secret Army, or
some stuff for the Secret Army, and some stuff I traded, and I got mostly Tyranid stuff, or someone's trade. You watch every once in a while, someone's like, "Oh, I got a spearhead for 90. I'll take 90 store credit." Now there aren't many I don't have, but if one pops up for 90, I'm gonna grab it. Because we enjoy playing it. So, and I got another one of those rolling cases, the ones that are stackable.
Yeah.
So I got a second one. I got one for Father's Day. So I got that, and I bought some extra shelves, and so now I'm just magnetizing all the bases of the infantry because I can fit so much in there if I just the sisters or the daughters of Cain. I got like 6 battle foam trays to put it all in, right?
Yeah.
Or I can get it all on like 2 of these metal magnetized trays and slide them in there. And one of them's super short, and the other one is just going to be on with other large models. Like, it's so space saving. So I've been doing a lot of that. And while I've been doing that, I am late to the party. I realize it, but I needed something to listen to on my drive up to Rhinelander.
Yeah.
So I got the first not Gaunt's Ghost. I got the first Caiaphas Cain book.
Oh, sure.
Have you read those?
No.
Okay. You need, everybody says you need to read them. They're right.
Okay.
This book is fantastic. I listened to the first one, and before it was over, I went back into Audible. Oh, and by the way, if you have an Audible account, you get like the monthly, you buy a credit for $19.99 or whatever it is. You get a credit every month.
Yeah.
These books, they're only like 6 or 7 hours, and your regular discount for being an Audible member, they're like $13 a book for the audiobook. So before I finished the first one, I picked up the second and the third one. I listened to the first 2. These are fantastic. This, it's okay. The analogy is bad because it's really not like those books, but it scratches the itch that Gotrek and Felix scratch for me.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Kind of going around the world, all these adventures, all this stuff, but it's in 40K. But we'll discuss it at a different time. We might even just if we have open times and we're covering books, this is one we might cover because holy mackerel, that is just so much fun.
That's cool.
He has survived he's hundreds of years old. He's in his 2nd century,
Yeah.
Retired. He's writing his memoirs. One of the few guys to get up to that commissar level and live to retirement. And as he tells you, it's solely because of the fact that, he's very all for getting the emperor's good work done, as long as he survives. Everywhere he goes, he's like always. It's like he is number one. I'm going to live through this. He is willing to sacrifice other people, and he's like, I'm not ashamed to admit it. The best way for me to do the emperor's work is to stay alive.
Yeah, he's got a cool miniature.
Oh yeah. Oh, I want that miniature now so bad. Now that I've listened to the first 2 books, I'm like, this is wonderful. And it's got the monster of the week thing, sort of like when they go through. It's like the first one. It's like, oh, I got sent to this mission, and now this is happening. What? Oh no. We could just do all of that. I'm going to start fresh. But if you haven't listened or haven't read it, you absolutely should because they're fantastic. They're so good.
Better watch it. If you buy that guy, you're going to end up with a whole Imperial Guard army.
No, I am not going to. No, no. There are no Horde armies coming into this house until the Tyranids are painted. That's the law.
You could play against my Imperial Guard then.
Yeah, sure. You could bring it against me. Leaf blower or whatever they used to do. All right. So that's we've been doing hobby.
Yeah.
and a bunch of it. So and that's cool. I did want to cover hobby because we don't get to do the toolbox as often, and that Caiaphas cane was so good. Plus, I've done so much hobby. I've done so much painting, and I've played games and everything. So I wanted to touch on it a little bit.
That's cool.
And I did have a wonderful time at Herner's tournament. We will talk about that at another time because they raised a lot of money for charity. The charity that they do is helping families who are homeless get into a place where they can go and help them get a job and get themselves back on their feet.
That's great.
Yeah, and it's wonderful actually. So we're going to take our break. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about Scourge of Ashy and what it is in case you don't know, and all the things that are coming out. We're going to start with order. Good guys first, I guess. There's always something happening at Grognard's. That's right, friends. Grognard Games in Roselle, Illinois. The premier stop for your gaming needs in Northeast Illinois. If you're in the Chicagoland area, if you're in Southeast Wisconsin, if you're anywhere in the area, Grognard's is the place for you. They've got board games, they've got card games, they've got all the models you could ever want for any of your miniature war games. They have so many lines of paints, I can't even keep track of it. They've expanded the store. They have a whole huge gaming area now. There is gaming every night. There is always something going on. I just can't tell you enough about Grognard's. Why? Because they're awesome. Because they're fantastic. And because they are the best friendly local gaming store that I know of. So do yourself a favor. Come on down to Grognard's in Roselle, Illinois. If you can't get down to Grognard's, give them a call. They do mail order. They do shipping. You can get your stuff from them whether you live 5 minutes away or 5 hours away because Grognard's delivers. They deliver the goods. They deliver the fun. They deliver everything. And that's because there is always something happening at Grognard's.
And we are back.
Yes, we are with Scourge of Ashy. All right, so Scourge of Ashy, in case you're new to this or you don't use, like I know some people don't use the GHB. Guys who like to just play narrative and stuff don't need it, don't play with it. Scourge of Ashy is alternate rules, alternate war scrolls and things like that. Okay, if you want to use a Scourge of Ashy war scroll, you can use it just like the regular war scroll for it in your army. All the same rules, all the same stuff. The only difference is you can't mix the two in your army. If you take a Scourge of Aqshy Melisai Iron Scale, then you can't take a regular war scroll Melisai Iron Scale. So you can't have both. And that's for very good reason. It usually would make things very broken. And it would be confusing. Right. So if you pick one, you can't have the other. All the rules that interact with those keywords and all that stuff and interact with that war scroll interacts with this one as well. It counts as the same thing. You basically get a different version of it with some slightly different rules. Now, they also have faction rules. They have battle formations. You can pick one of the... You only get one battle formation. You could pick the regular one or pick one of these, Scourge of Ashy ones. Artifacts of power, heroic traits. They're going to give you options for several, if not all of these. You can pick this or you could pick that. It's up to you which one you want to do. They have added, as we were talking earlier, they have added enhancement tables, and they've added stuff for non-heroes, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
you can have units now with that.
Yeah,
kind of like. I guess that's like Corn or like Slaves of Darkness has like the enhancements with the banners.
Yeah, I mean these are just cool rules that you can now get to put on units, and it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to start with talking about the ones from Order. Okay, so Cities of Sigmar. They have heroic traits. They have something now called Decorations for Valor. And we've got two new war scrolls, the Alchemite Forger and the Pontifex Zenestra. So let's talk about the heroic traits. Now, you can pick one of these for your hero, just like you do for, in the regular game. Now, this is hero only, excluding Cannonade, excluding cog forts. You cannot put this on a cog fort. Okay?
Yeah, probably makes sense.
Yes. The Pious Veteran. Okay, that's the first one. It is a passive, the Pious Veteran. And each time you pick the target while declaring a prayer ability used by a friendly Cities of Sigmar priest, if this unit is eligible to be picked, you can pick it to be an additional target. So you can give a hero this, and when you do a prayer, if you pick a different unit and he is also a legitimate target, you can also do it on him. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's Bristling Attitude. This is a reaction. If an opponent declares a charge ability for a visible unit within 12 inches of this unit. All right. So here's where your rage dice come in. Now, we talked about the rage dice in the GHB episode. If you don't remember, attacker gets 1 and defender gets 2. Am I correct? Or is
that's right.
Yeah. So now you got to decide if you want to go first or second, depending on how many rage dice you get. There are things you can do that will increase your rage or your fury level. So you start off at a fury level, or 1 or 2. Your fury level can raise up to 7. It can drop down to 0. And your fury level will determine how many rage dice you get at the start of the battle round. So with this thing, if someone declares a charge ability, spend any number of rage dice. If your opponent's fury level is lower than yours, they must increase it by 1 to a maximum of 7. Now, this shows up in almost everything. I don't want to keep repeating this every time, so we'll keep it shorter. But yes, when you spend rage dice, when you go into a rage, if your opponent's fury level is lower than yours, they almost always go up by 1. Then you roll X dice, where X is the number of rage dice spent. For each 3-up, subtract 1 from the charge roll. Oof.
Yeah.
So you can spend rage dice, and then on a 3-up, which is the same as roll a D3, and on a 2-up, -1 to the charge roll.
Yeah, but you roll 1 dice for each 3-up. Yeah, that's the number of rage dice you spend.
Yep. So
you could roll, because you could roll up to 7, I guess.
If you had 7, yeah. But if someone is at that 10 or 11-inch range and they're like, oh, I'm going to charge. All right, I could spend a couple and just try to cut it down by 1 or 2, especially if you need a 10 or 11.
Yeah, I don't know how precious of a resource these rage dice are. I don't know. Like I haven't seen like how you get a bunch of them yet.
Well,
like mostly I've seen people have like 1 or 2.
Right, because you got to get into further turns, because you got to build up those, because you get them at the start of the battle round, and you have to build up your fury level to get more than just 2. So
see, that's what I was asking. I'm going to sound dumb here, but I don't think you get them at the start of every battle round. Like you get them at the start of the battle.
You get fury. Your fury level is set at the start of the battle. You get dice at the start of every battle round based on your fury level.
Right, but you have to your fury level is just whatever it is from as you play through the game. It doesn't automatically go up.
No, you do all sorts of stuff to make it go up like this. Yeah.
All right, good. Okay, good.
Yeah. There's all sorts of things.
I keep thinking I'm missing something, but I guess
no. It's in there. It's in the GHB. There's a whole list of things that'll raise your fury level. So and they put it on a lot of these cards and these rules. So
like it's the scenarios, the battle plans where you accumulate, where you get the rage dice go up and stuff. Yeah.
Like I said,
the only way to get it in the GHB is through interacting with places of power.
Well, yeah, but the battle plans are in the GHB. That's what I'm saying. If you're looking at the GHB, there's all sorts of ways. Yeah. So
Okay.
And then the last one is the Cosmopolitan Leader. This happens in your hero phase. Pick up to 3 visible, friendly, non-war machines, Sigmarite units, wholly within 12. Spend 1 rage die for each target. And then your opponent's fury level will adjust if necessary. Then add 1 to wound rolls for each target's combat attacks until the start of your next turn. So +1 to wound is really good.
Pretty good.
Look, I'm easier to wound you, -1 to your charges, and give your guy extra prayers. I like the rage dice.
Yeah,
the leader one.
So you pick one of these. Yeah,
they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now here's where we're getting something interesting. That's just heroic traits. That's just replacing the other. I mean, if you want to use them. Decorations for valor, though. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This can be given to Cities of Sigmar units that have a champion keyword. A unit can only have one decoration for valor. So one of your units with a champion has earned some respect.
Yeah, like he's like a decorated champion.
Yep. So why don't we do this one? Twin-tailed Comet of Honor. While this unit has any champions, add 5 to its control score.
Nice.
Not bad.
And these all cost points, by the way.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. The decorations for valor.
They're all 10 points. They're all 10 points.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want to take any of these, you're going to be paying almost. I think everybody's. These new ones all cost points. I don't think there's any that don't. In fact, I'm looking at my sheet right now. I did that spreadsheet that I sent in the yeah. Some of them, everyone's a couple of the armies have a single one that's 20 points, but otherwise they're all 10. When we get to the ones that are 20, I'll point them out. So for 10 points, you can just add 5 to a unit's control score to that unit. Or
these are all passive abilities too, which is great.
Yeah. The Living City Cross. While this unit has any champions, -1 from hit rolls for shooting attacks. And the Aqshy Order of Merit. While this unit has any champions, if an enemy unit in combat uses the Eruption of Fury ability, when resolving attacks as part of this ability on an unmodified hit roll of 6, do not inflict an additional D3 mortal damage on each unit in combat with that unit. Oh. So that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got a unit that's going to face off against one of these Eruption of Fury type creatures that, I'm going to spend the points and do all that extra attacking at the end of the turn, they don't get the crit bonus.
Right.
Interesting. Do you like any of these for 10 points?
Yeah, I mean they're cool. Yeah, I mean I don't remember what the other ones are, so I can't really.
Yeah. And if we do it that way, it'll take 20 years to do the show.
Right, we're not going to compare and contrast all of these.
That would be so much to do, All right, so let's take a look at Pontifex Zenextra and the Alchemite Warforger. Now, these guys are actually both 30 points cheaper than their.
That's kind of wild.
Than their counterparts. Let's start with the Alchemite Warforger, since we're going alphabetically here. His melee weapon is the same. His basic stats are the same. The only thing that's different is his special ability. He used to just once per turn. He used to just pick a Sigmarite unit wholly within 12 inches, make an arcane manipulation roll of D6 on a 3+. They're okay. So roll a D6, and on a 3+, they have crit mortals till the start of your next turn. That's what they used to have, right? Now, you can spend a rage dice, and if you do, apply the effect below. If your opponent's fury level is lower than yours, they must increase it. Otherwise, roll a dice and on a 3+. Oh, okay. So basically, I'm sorry, I was reading this slow. If you can spend a rage dice to do this, or you can not spend a rage dice and just try to do it on a 3-up.
Right.
If it goes through, until the start of your next turn, +1 to casting rolls for friendly Cities of Sigmar units wholly within 6.
It's pretty good.
So instead of giving crit mortals on a 3+, you are giving +1 to cast on a 3+. It's a +1 to cast bubble, but it's within 6, so it's not a huge bubble.
Including him.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's different, and it's kind of boosting the magic. And it's 30 points cheaper.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Zenestra is also 30 points cheaper. And let's see. Pontifex Zenestra. Her stats are the same. Her weapon stats are the same. Her abilities are what's different.
Right.
She has a different... Yeah, she lost her passive, which is the wheel turns. Every time a model wholly within 12 inches of this unit is killed, roll... Oh, so this is... You roll a number of D6 equal to their health characteristic, and on 6s, they do mortals. So it's like the Stormcast Lightning thing.
Right.
So she has that, and she has a prayer. And her prayer is called Vessel of Sigmar, and she can either give a unit... Visible enemy units that charged within 9 inches have strike last. That's pretty good. Or roll a D3 for each visible enemy wizard. Or D3 2+ mortals for each visible enemy wizard or priest on the battlefield. Or add one to her zealotry rolls. So she's got a whole bunch of cool bonuses. They've simplified her out real simple on this one now.
Yeah.
She has something called Unquenchable Faith. If this unit would be destroyed before removing it from play, it can immediately use the Sigmar Blessing ability below as if it's your hero phase. So, this prayer doesn't count towards prayers. Instead of making a chanting roll, you must use a value of 10. The effect of the prayer applies for the rest of the battle instead of until the start of the rest of your turn. So, basically, if she dies, she gets to cast this, and whatever happens is for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
All right. Normally, it's just a prayer that goes off on a 5. Pick a friendly Sigmarite unit wholly within 12. Until the start of your next turn, they have charge +1 damage and 5-up ward if it charged in the same turn. So, basically, if she dies, you can give a unit wholly within 12 charge, +1 damage on the charge and a 5-up ward on the charge for the rest of the game.
Seems pretty solid.
Yeah,
I could see both things being useful depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, this all in all, the Cities of Sigmar one, it seems solid.
Yeah,
depends on, I guess, what you want, what you want her to do, because she did go from being that other stuff is far more off. She's got making them strike last and hitting wizards, just basically messing with the other army to just boosting her.
Yeah, so it seems a little more fighty.
Yeah. All right, so that's that. Let's go to Daughters of Cain. Daughters of Cain. This stuff is awesome. Am I wrong about this? Have you looked at this stuff?
Good.
Yeah. No, I think these things are great. So they got their heroic traits are called Paragons of Murder.
Yeah, this first one's nuts.
Yeah. So if this unit activates a place of power, they use the activate place of power ability. If they do that, roll a dice. On a 1, take D3 mortals. On a 2-up, if there are no friendly avatars of Cain on the battlefield, set one up. Wholly within 12 of this unit and more than 9 inches from enemy units. This unit has... Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so if you activate a place of power, you basically get to summon an Avatar of Cain manifestation, if there isn't one on the board. Just boom. And it just counts. Yeah. That's really great.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed the Avatar of Cain? Okay, I don't even have to use my prayer. Just give this to a hero that's not even a priest.
Yeah.
And just do a manifestation. They have one that happens... Oh, you were saying?
I mean, how many points is that thing?
Paragons of Murder. Hold on. Daughters of Cain. No, these are 10 each.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Are there points for this? Hold on. I didn't see this. I didn't look. Look at.
Oh no,
this.
these are not costing points.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, so these don't cost points. So there's that. Then there's in the deployment phase. Loyal unto death. Pick another friendly Daughters of Cain hero that has a health characteristic that's equal to or exceeds this unit's health characteristic. All right, there's a start. For the rest of the battle, if this unit is within the target's combat range, when the target would be destroyed, the target is not destroyed, and any remaining damage points inflicted on it have no effect, then heal D3 the target, and then this unit's destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this hero can be a bodyguard for a bigger hero. When that bigger hero would get killed, it doesn't die. It gets D3 wounds back from over the 0, and then this unit gets killed instead. I mean, it depends if you got a hero you really want to keep alive, and you got another hero that's cheap that you don't care about, I suppose.
Yeah, because that kind of goes into that whole the way the Daughters of Cain army works, right?
Oh, that's right, because someone else will be the new Paragon.
Yeah.
So
you don't want that to happen.
I don't want this one to die. I want to keep it alive and let that one die.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And the last one is another passive, honored among the sects. If this unit is the anointed, the effect of all blessings from the Blessing of Cain ability apply to this unit as if they were active. Okay, that one's really good.
Yeah.
This unit just automatically gets all the blessings.
Which is crazy.
Isn't that great? I mean, if it's anointed, it's got to become anointed. And do you want to start the game with that one anointed and have that one be the target?
Mm-hmm.
Is the question. But, I mean, maybe, who knows? I mean, do people hunt anointeds? I haven't played enough Daughters of Cain to know if I'm hunting anointeds, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember how you get the avatars of Cain in the first place. You summon them, don't you? I was just trying to see how valuable that ability is to just summon an avatar of Cain, which is
great. If there's not one on the board, you could just put. I mean, and that's if it's not one on the board,
right?
So I can just go activate a place of power and put one up. That is actually great,
right? Because you don't have the ability to do that unless you have a Blood Rack shrine.
Yes, but you have an avatar of Cain on the back of all the other shrines, and it does avatar of Cain stuff. Right. So like that's. If you have any of these cauldrons, it's got that thing going on it because you've got the Avatar's sword.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if he's not on the thing, you could just bring him right into the battlefield. It's amazing.
Right.
I love that. I love that model so much, too. All right. All right, so the Boons of Shadow. That's what we're on right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so a non-hero Daughters of Cain unit, okay? So we've got a passive, a reaction, and a start a turn ability. Start of any turn is the Tenebrous Aura. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit. For the rest of the turn, it cannot retreat. Any abilities that would heal or return slain models. It does not heal any damage or return any slain models.
Right. I've been seeing that in a couple of different spots in these abilities for different armies.
No retreat.
No retreat, or you can't heal. You can't
That's really good.
You can't reposition. It's pretty interesting.
No, it's good. What else? They have the Talisman of Shadows. This is a reaction if you declare a spell, a prayer, or an unbind ability for a unit within 3 inches of this unit, which I guess includes itself. Spend a rage dice, and then adjust your opponent's fury level if necessary. Then add 1 to that casting, chanting, or unbinding roll.
Yeah.
With all the things you can do with rage dice, adding 1 to the casting roll, I don't know if I'm taking that.
Right.
And then the passive, the Ulguin reactions. Every time you make an unmodified save roll of 6, do a mortal damage on the enemy attacking unit after the fight has been resolved. I like these.
Yeah.
And these are all 10 points each.
Are they?
Yeah. And like I said, I think that you can't retreat or back away if you've got a big hitty unit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great.
Where does it say they're 10 points each?
In the points thing on Warcom.
Oh, okay. Because on the city's war scroll, on the city's part of the app, it said 10 points each. It doesn't say that on the Daughters of Cain one for some reason.
Oh, I'm pretty certain it is. It's on Warcom. I can go check.
No, I think they're free.
All right. So they may be points, they may not be points. According to what I'm looking at, it says yes, but you're saying the app says no. I don't know if it's got a proper update or what, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And let's look at their 2 war scrolls. The Melisai Iron Scale and the Cainite Shadow Stalkers. Once again, all the regular stuff is the same. The points-wise, the Melisai Iron Scales went up 30 points. And what did they get for it? They went from once per turn per army in any combat phase. Take each friendly Daughters of Cain unit wholly within its combat range, and then you can roll dice for the models, and 5-ups do mortals. So they've got that 5-up mortals when you're rolling for this during the combat phase. Now, once per turn for army in your hero phase. Pick a friendly Daughters of Cain unit wholly within 12. Roll a dice. If the unit's in combat, you can reroll the dice. If it's lower than your fury level, add one of the attack characteristics of weapons by that unit and the target unit until the start of your next turn. And the keyword on that is exalted. So it's got to be the exalted thing that's going on with that. So, all right. Is it better? Is it worse?
I don't know. They're about the same.
Every time a model's killed, so if a model dies on a 5-up, it does a mortal. You get 2 dice if it's Blood Sisters or Blood Stalkers. I kind of like +1 attack. Is it worth the 30 points? Maybe.
Yeah.
But just pick a friendly Daughters of Cain in your hero phase, and until the start of your next turn, I got to roll a dice, and it's got to be lower than your fury level. So at the beginning of the game, that'll be hard. But +1 of the attack characteristic is pretty. It's still not worth the 30. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the Cainite Shadow Stalkers, because of course they're going to make the Warcry Warband to get the ability. Okay.
This one's weird.
Yeah. So basically what it used to be is once per turn per army in your movement phase, you could just teleport them to anywhere else more than 9 inches from the enemy. Now, once per turn per army at the end of any turn, Shadow Lariat. If this unit's not in combat, pick an enemy infantry or cavalry hero that has no more than 1 model, okay, and is within 12 inches of this unit to be the target. So we got to pick a 1 model hero. If it's more than 3 inches away from all other friendly units, apply the effect below. Otherwise, roll a dice, and on a 3-up, apply the effect below. So if it's not in combat, but it's within 3 inches?
Yeah. So it's like it's near its friends, so it's harder to make the ability work. Because you're basically snatching
right. Okay, right. So it's so it's like if it's like normally when you can't shoot at heroes and stuff like that.
Right.
So your opponent must remove the target from the battlefield and set it up again in combat with this unit. So Cainite Shadow Stalkers can just basically grab a hero and drag him over and force him into combat.
Right. I can see how that could be useful if you're doing it to like the wizards and stuff.
9 models. 18 attacks, 3s by 4s, 1 rend, 1 damage. Just try and drag him over there and hopefully get a couple of shots in, like you said, especially against a wizard.
Yeah, and it's at the end of the turn too.
End of any turn. Yeah, you drag them over there, and if you at their turn, you drag them over there, and if you don't kill him, then on your turn you charge in, as B says, you charge in all your witch elves, and you make sure he's dead.
Right.
Yeah, I think this one's the Melisai. I couldn't care less, but she's talk about a reason to use to get another Warcry Warband.
Right, this one seems pretty cool.
I do like this one, and I think Daughters of Cain. I think they've got a whole glow up with the Scourge of Ashy. I think they've got some cool stuff here. Like it really,
right?
If they're anointed, the effect of all the blessings of Cain. There's cool stuff that can be happening with this one. I do like it. All right. Shall we move on to Fire Slayers?
Sure.
Now, all of these things are more expensive, and they have one of the 20-point bonuses. Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't get new. They have something called the Marks of Volcatrix, which is an enhancement you can give to Magmadroths.
Of course.
And then they've got a new prayer lore. Okay. Let's see. The Marks of Volcatrix. Now, the thickened... This is a 20-pointer right here.
I think they had that one in the last one as well.
Did they? Because, well, it's still...
I'm pretty sure they did.
-1 rend for attacks against it. That's a 20-pointer. -1 rend.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones are 10 points.
Yeah.
Orate Hide, you declare a fight ability after the fight's been resolved. If any enemy models were slain by that fight ability, pick a friendly priest, wholly within 12, and give him D3 ritual points. Okay.
Yeah.
In any shooting phase, spend a rage dice. And if your opponent's fury level is lower than yours, they adjust. Then for the rest of the turn, add X to the range characteristic and to the attack characteristics for the companion ranged weapons, where X is equal to your fury level. So you spend 1 rage dice, and you get X to your attacks and the range on the weapon.
That's pretty good because those do a lot of damage.
And if you can get your fury level up to like 4 or 5,
yeah,
that's really great. And they can shoot in combat too.
Yeah,
so that is worth 10 points right there.
Absolutely, it is.
Absolutely worth 10 points. That is great.
Mm-hmm.
What is about the prayer lore? Okay, so the unlimited prayer, Ichor of the Earth Salamanders, it goes off on a 3. If it's a 6, you can pick an extra eligible target. If it's a Magmadroth, Volcanic Blood does D3 mortals instead of 1 mortal.
God.
If it's not a Magmadroth, every time you make an unmodified save roll of 1 for a combat attack that targets that unit, inflict 1 mortal damage on the attacking unit after the fight ability has been resolved. Interesting. I make an unmodified save roll of 1, and I do a mortal damage to them. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Then getting that volcanic blood up from 1 mortal to D3 mortal sounds pretty good.
It's nasty.
For 4, a 4-cost prayer, the Fury of Volcatrix, +1 to hit. Oh, pick a visible friendly Fire Slayers unit wholly within 12 inches. +1 to hit for their combat attacks, including companion weapons, until the start of your next turn. If it was an 8 or more, you also get +1 attack, including the companion weapons. So very nice. This is all around the only good units in, it's all around the Magmadroths, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this prayer is a 5. Ooh, it's expensive. Pick a friendly unit wholly within 12. If it's a 10, you can pick another eligible unit. Each time you can use the normal move or retreat ability as if it was your movement phase.
Yeah, they had that one before.
Yeah, they need that one. So not a huge amount of changes. Right. The Auric Rune Sun. Now I don't have the Fire Slayers book, so I have no idea what the changes are.
Well, it's just the index.
Oh, that's right. It's an index now. I forgot about that. So do you have that by any chance?
I mean, it's just the.
No, I'm just saying, do you have it in front of you by any chance? So...
I can here. Oh. So my app just freaked out.
Okay, well, hold on. I can...
There we go.
The Auric Rune Sun on Magmadroth. Okay.
I'm going to guess he's the same.
Same basic stats on most stuff. I'm assuming it's just his rage thing. So, yes, his rampage is different now.
Yeah.
Because it has... So, let's see. Spend a rage dice, adjust your opponent's fury level as necessary, and then pick one of the following. +1 attack to the companion's melee weapons, or 5-up ward for the rest of the turn, or roll a number of dice equal to your fury level and heal 1 for each 4-up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's his rampage. His old rampage was pick an enemy monster in combat, and if it has if this unit has fewer damage points, then that unit might subtract 10 from their control score. This is way better than that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the volcanic blood anymore. So unmodified save rolls of 1 do 1 mortal damage. This doesn't have that. So if you pick that...
The Scourge of Ashy doesn't have it?
No, I'm sorry, it does. It was just in a different spot. My mistake.
Yeah.
So, no, it still has it.
Yeah.
And then they have something in their deployment phase. Fire, Blood, and Vengeance. Pick a friendly Rune Father on a Magmadroth. And then add 1 damage to this unit's melee weapons, including Companion, while the target is in combat, damaged, or destroyed. So
I think they had that last time, didn't they?
In their old Scourge, I don't know, the old Soggy one, but
I think so.
No, this is different than what it has on its regular scroll. The regular scroll says it's got a passive. Every time this unit destroys a monster, add 1 to the attacks of the ancestral weapons for the rest of the battle.
Right. I'm pretty sure the Scourge of Gairan one did the +1 damage.
Oh, man! If this is the same as the Scourge of Gairan ones, that's just kind of lame. Like, you're not even trying at that point, are you?
It's a little different because it's got the rage dice in it.
Right, but still, come on. All right, and what about the Vulcan Flame Seekers? Where is that chump on this list? Hold on, where are you?
Their ability's different. That's pretty much it.
All right, so yeah, it's spend a rage dice, adjust your opponent's level accordingly, and pick one of the following effects where X is the number X equals your fury level. Add X to their move, add X to their control score, or add X to the attack characteristics of the Ember Teeth.
Yeah. I think it's the weapon the hero hauls around.
Yeah. So this is for that Warcry warband for the 9 guys.
Yeah, it's the little critter they have. His melee weapon is called Ember Teeth.
Oh, okay. So, and that makes them 10 more points to get the bonus. Adding X to the movement characteristic is good, but again, spending I don't know enough about. I keep talking about is this what I want to spend rage dice on? Maybe it is.
Yeah,
it may be. I don't know.
Right.
Deepkin. The Deepkin. Now the Tidecaster and the Reavers got new war scrolls. And they're, according to the points that they released in June, I don't know what it says on the app. Where is it? I'm looking at this sheet. The Ether Seed Companions, or is that? Yeah, that. Oh no, wait, is it? Yeah, the Ether Seed Companions. The Iron Shell Barnacles are 20, and the rest are 10, according to. Oh, I'm looking at the battle profiles on the on Warcom.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. What do these do? So your heroic traits, you can pick Abyssal Dweller. Once per battle in any hero phase, pick an objective within 18 inches. For the rest of the battle, while enemy units are contesting that objective, subtract the battle round from their move characteristic, and they can't use run, retreat, or charge abilities.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good, isn't it?
I guess there's like a critter or something that is like, I don't know what that's about.
Well, I mean, it's your hero ability. Once per battle round, once per battle, you can pick an objective, and
right.
That's if you think that's going to be a hotly contested objective for the rest of the battle, their move is reduced by the battle round, and they can't run, retreat, or charge. So they get stuck there.
Pretty much.
Interesting. Cursed Lineage is the next one. End of your turn, pick a visible enemy unit within 12, roll a number of dice equal to your opponent's fury level, and for every 3, do a mortal.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So and it's the end of your turn, so if your opponent's got his rage level all boosted up, which he might get it boosted because you're spending points and doing stuff.
Yeah, I could see you wanting to take that one because of that one battle tactic card where you have to do damage in 3 different phases.
Yeah. End of turn phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a wild way to achieve that one, right? Like, all right, I got to roll 3, and I'll achieve my battle tactic. Boop.
Yeah.
Aha.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
And let's see. And then the Adherent of Kir Nadar. In your hero phase, pick a visible enemy unit within 12. You can spend a rage dice. And then if you do, you spend the rage dice and you adjust your opponent's fury level accordingly. Otherwise, if you don't want to spend a rage dice, you can just do this on a 3-up. Yeah. For the rest of the turn, ignore negative modifiers to hit and wound rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Deepkin units that target that enemy unit. That one's really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Especially because if you don't want to spend the point, you can still do it you still got a 2/3 chance to make it happen. I think that's pretty cool.
So if they have an ability where you're like -1 to wound or -1 to hit or something like that, you just ignore it.
Yeah, ignore all the yeah. That's the unit. Oh, you're -1 to hit this guy, -1 to this, -1. Not anymore.
Right.
Nice. Now the Ether Sea Companion. These are given to non-hero Ideneth Deepkin units. No, it doesn't say anything about having to have a champion. All right. So now, the Iron Shell Barnacles. This it says costs 20.
Right.
Okay. Iron Shell Barnacles. It's passive. If it's infantry, -1 damage for weapons used for attacks that target it. If it's cavalry, -1 rend. And if it's a monster, ignore negative modifiers to run and charge rolls for this monster. That's 20 points. I mean, it's super flexible, I suppose.
Yeah.
-1 to damage an infantry unit for a non-hero.
I'd put that on eels, man.
Right? Or eels cav.
Yeah.
So -1 rend against it, period.
Because I think they're armors. I want to say it's 3-up.
Is it? That's cool.
It is. That's pretty good.
All those 1 rend heroes. Yeah. The Stonefoot Anemone. In your movement phase, pick a visible enemy within 12. Roll a dice. On a 3-up, it cannot use move abilities for the rest of the turn.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's your movement phase. You're picking an enemy, but now they're not countercharging. They are not redeploying. They are not moving.
Yeah.
You're going to stay there? Oh, and does that mean you can't pile in?
No, pile in is not a move.
Pile in is not a move. That's right. We talked about that last episode. I forgot. All right. And Aqshy Sea Nettles. This is during any charge phase. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit, and that declared this turn. Oh wait, and that. Someone has to charge you. So pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit that charged this unit. Spend a rage dice. Adjust your opponents as necessary, and for the rest of the turn, other enemy units cannot use fight abilities if the target is eligible to be picked. Interesting. So pick an enemy unit in combat and charged. Other enemy units.
Yeah, so if you're in combat with 2 enemies, one just can't fight.
If the target is so you have to fight with this one first. Before you have to pick this one to fight before you pick others to fight. That's what that means.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
If possible, this unit must be picked to be the target of pile-in moves made by the target. So you have to pile in to me.
Yeah.
Any attacks made by models in the target unit within this unit's combat range must target this unit. So you have to fight right away.
Yeah.
This ability does not override the strikes first or strikes last constraints.
What's the point of this thing? You put it on the turtle to make some nasty big thing fight your turtle instead of your thralls or something like that?
And making it fight right away, which means I have a feeling that making it fight before anything else can fight. So it's in there. You can't chain it because remember, it's not a hero. It's a non-hero unit. So I can't pick my dude to chain them and give them extra attacks.
Yeah. Right. So you could take people out of their chaining sequence. That's cool.
That's one thing. That's one thing that can work. So that's interesting. It's interesting. It adds a new wrinkle to the army, and that's isn't that what this is about? Keeping the armies fresh. You know.
Yes.
All right, now let's see. The Tidecaster and the Reavers. Tidecaster got 20 more expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see why. What does this guy do? Who knows? Is sharing Tidecaster in the...
This is just a buff unit now for thralls.
Yeah. So what does it do? To read what it does for the thralls. I'm doing all the reading here. I'll go look up the old war scroll real quick. You do that.
So pick a friendly visible Idoneth Deepkin unit always on a foot of this unit to be the target. If it's Namarti, pick one of the following effects to apply until the start of your next turn. Otherwise, make an Isharan ritual roll of D6 on a 3+. Pick one of the following effects to apply.
Okay, so hold up. So if it's Namarti, it automatically happens. But it doesn't have to be. But then you need a 3-up. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yep. So you could do Torrent of Blows. Pick one of its melee weapons as crit 2 hits. Protection of the Waves. While this unit is within 3 inches invisible to the target, both units have 5 ward. Or Frenzy of the Ether Sea. For each unmodified hit roll of 1 for a combat attack that targets that friendly unit, inflict 1 mortal damage on the attacking unit after the fight ability has been resolved.
All right. So this change basically is you used to have something very similar. It wasn't free for Namarti, but it was pick a unit. Once per turn per army in your hero phase, make a roll, pick one of the following effects to apply. Oh, and it just applied to you.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly Deepkin units cannot be targeted by shooting attacks unless a model is within 12. Oh, I guess it did everybody. +1 to run in charge rolls for friendly Deepkin units, and each time an enemy unit uses a retreat after the effects are resolved, do D3 mortals. So it was a completely different list.
Mm-hmm. This list is way better.
Yeah, this list is way better for the what do we say for 20
30
points?
30 points or 20 points.
Way better. Well, excuse me.
Less.
Thank you. Now the Reavers, the Reavers, you can pick these types of Reavers too, probably, because they get the bonus. Now, what's the difference with the Reavers? They did get 10 points cheaper. Their weapons have all stayed the same. Mm-hmm. It's just the ability that's changed. Now, they used to have this, you can shoot even if you ran or retreated. So you can run and shoot, retreat and shoot. Now it's different. Okay, now it's not a passive. It's a once per turn per army when you shoot.
Yep.
After your shoot ability has been resolved. If you didn't split fire, put all of the same unit, and any models in that unit were killed, pick one of the effects below to apply for the rest of the turn. If all this unit's attacks targeted the same enemy unit and no models were killed, then you need a 3-up. So you can do this even if you don't kill anybody, you still get a chance.
So you could hit like a big monster or something.
Yeah. -1 to ward rolls, and ignore positive modifiers to save rolls.
Right. So you could pick one of those two things.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
The -1 to ward rolls is really nice, but it's nice that if they don't have a ward roll, you can't all out defense.
Right.
I think this is. So you got the Reavers.
I think it's better than the other one.
Yeah. It's definitely better than.
And it's cheaper?
Yeah, 10 points cheaper.
Wow.
I mean, you can't run and shoot anymore, but now you shoot stuff, and now you mess them up, which is kind of the point, right? You pepper them with the shots, and then you charge the eels in, right?
Yeah. I mean, I never thought running and shooting was that great of an ability, but.
Nah, I get that.
It's okay, but.
Well, I mean, if you can run and shoot, you're going to run and shoot. You know that.
Yeah, I guess it's a 12-inch range on their bow, so it's not really that far.
Yeah, see, that's where you need that because because they're going to get hurt.
Oh yeah, if these guys get in combat, they're toast.
Yeah, you got to put these. They're getting pretty close to combat, hiding behind the unit that's supposed to be getting those guys. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, because you can shoot at it. That's true. You can shoot at a target that's already in combat. Just all right, boom. There you go. Make it a little easier.
Yeah.
Shall we do KO?
Yep.
I don't have a KO book, so I don't know much about any differences here. But let's take a look at this one. We'll do this one and then maybe one more and take a break.
Okay.
Let's see. Where are we? KO.
This null chemist got way more expensive.
Yeah. And I'm not certain about this. Okay, so okay, we'll get to there. So first of all, the new artifacts of power for their heroes.
Yeah.
In your hero phase, Persistent Drill Bill. Pick a visible enemy unit within 12. D3 2+ mortals. And if the unit's starting size was 1, subtract 1 from hit rolls for the target's attacks until the start of your next turn. So if you do this on a hero or something like that, the unit starting size was 1.
Yeah.
So not bad. And these are not their... Yeah, these aren't their articles. Once per battle, any combat phase. Experimental ether-powered ejector rig. Remove this unit from the battlefield, set it up wholly within 3 inches of a sky vessel or an Endrin dock and more than 9 inches from enemy units. Once per battle, but yeah, it's cool. And then the third one, heat-seeking auto-Endrin in your movement phase. Pick a visible enemy unit within 18 inches of this unit to be the target. Until the start of your next turn, subtract your opponent's fury level from the target's control score. From the target's control score. Okay, use your opponent's fury level at the point the unit's control score is determined. Okay. Well, if their fury level is high, I suppose, but I don't know if any of these are going to really get me anything. None of this is better than what's in the regular book, is it? I don't think so.
I don't honestly know.
Yeah. I mean, but none of this really seems too...
Doesn't seem too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that first one where you can do mortals and then -1 for hit rolls. I mean, if that's a hero, that would be actually really cool.
Yeah,
if you're doing that against another hero. But other than that, again, now the article references this is non-hero Kharadron Overlord's infantry. These are all 10 points apiece, according to the Warcom.
Yep.
Passive, Article 15.4. +1 to hit rolls for this unit's combat attacks that target enemy units that can fly. +1 to wound rolls for targets enemy units that do not fly.
Okay.
That's a +1 to hit if you fly, +1 to wound you if you don't. That's not bad for 10 points.
Yeah, it's really good. I sound like Thunderers, but then Thunderers.
Right?
Oh, it's combat attack, so maybe not Thunderers.
Oh.
Arcanauts, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Arcanauts can use a boost.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
The other passive, Article 25.6, friendly Overlord heroes have a 5-up ward when they're within this unit's combat range.
Nice.
Yeah, especially if you're going to use one as a, to protect a hero. You're going to have them go with the unit. Nice, get them that 5-up ward, get them that bodyguard. And once per battle in the enemy charge phase, you can employ Article 20, Amendment 2. If this unit has not charged this turn, pick an enemy unit that did charge this turn and is in combat with this unit to be the target. The target's attacks cannot score critical hits for the rest of the turn. Treat them as regular hits instead. So once per battle, you can turn off people's crits. It's a once per battle, so do I want to spend 10 points on that? I don't know.
Maybe. These are all pretty decent.
Yeah.
The last one's really good. The 5-up ward is really good.
Yeah, the 5-up ward is nice. All right. The Null Chemist. So he's got a passive, customized null suit. He can unbind and banish as if he was a wizard 1. Add 1 to the number of dice rolled when making unbinding rolls and banishment rolls for this unit to a maximum of 3. So he's got an unbind and a banish, and he's doing it on 3 dice.
Yeah, that's why he's super expensive now.
That's nice.
Yeah.
His passive is Diligent Researcher. Each time your opponent spends any rage dice as a part of the Eruption of Fury ability. So we're back to that Eruption of Fury ability. If you don't know what that is, that's in the GHB, and basically at the end of the turn, you can spend rage dice to do extra attacks from one of your weapons. So if you've got somebody with a crazy, 3 rend, 5 damage weapon, you can at the end of the turn spend rage dice and just attack with that stuff.
Right.
And then crits do extra damage. It's just crazy. So if your opponent spends any rage dice to do this after the ability has been resolved, if this unit is not in combat, it can move up to X d6 inches, where X is the number of rage dice spent. It cannot end the move in combat. So you got a flyer who, if you do Eruption of Fury, you can spend up to 3 dice.
Mm-hmm.
For each dice, I get a d6 of movement.
Wow, 3d6.
Yes.
That's far.
Yeah, and you just can't end in combat. That's
Interesting.
I mean, is it worth 8? Is it 80 points of interesting?
I don't know.
He can fly around, and then he can start unbinding and banishing. I mean,
The unbind is really good.
That 3d6 unbind is so good.
Yeah.
What about the Endrin Riggers? Now, the Endrin Riggers, what do they have? Once per turn per army in your hero phase. We're working here. Until the start of your next turn, if this unit has not charged in the same turn, the following cumulative effects apply depending on your Fury level. Okay, so if you didn't charge, at Fury level 1, you have crit auto wound on their Ethermatic Saw, which I think is just 1 in 3 models can have it. And I don't know how many. I think there's only 3 models in this unit, right?
Right.
Or is it 5?
3.
Okay. So you crit auto wound on your Saw. All right. And it already has...
I think they could all have saws, but they have the ability to take other stuff.
Oh, okay, right. So, that is right. Oh, that is right. So that's the melee weapon. That is. So they can crit auto wound on the Saw. Let's see. If your Fury level's 4 or higher, they get a 5-up ward as well as the crit auto wound. And if your Fury level is at 7, they get the crit auto wound, the 5-up ward, and +1 damage in melee, which means that Ethermatic Saw that has crit auto wound is damage 3.
Oof.
Yeah.
So it has anti-charge +1 rend and then crit auto wound as well. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And can have +1 damage. Yeah.
So that
and you don't have to spend any dice to get this to work.
It's 40 points more per unit.
Yeah.
Is that worth it? 140
Probably.
points in riggers?
Probably, because you don't have to do anything. You just have to get the dice, and then you just let them sit there. And
you just have to have you just have to build up your Fury level. But if you can do that, yeah. I mean,
this unit becomes like a super unit.
Crit auto wound is nice to have in general.
Mm-hmm.
But then the 5-up ward, it's like, that 3-up save becomes with a 5-up. Okay, and then suddenly now your melee weapons are damaged.
So basically, when you build this unit, though, you wouldn't want to build any of the extra weapons.
Each model is armed with a rapid-fire rivet gun and an Ethermatic Saw.
Yeah.
You can replace their weapons with an Ethermatic
gun butt.
Oh.
So you wouldn't take all those different guns. You would just equip everybody with the Ethermatic Saws.
Does anybody even have units that are just all saws and gun butts?
I don't know. Or rivet gun. It'd be rapid fire
or
rivet guns and Ethermatic Saws. You just build out your whole unit like that. Is that even possible with the kit? I don't even know.
I hope so, because if you can't, that's stupid. Well, no, because it has to be able to, because it says each model is equipped with a rivet gun and an Ethermatic Saw. So it says that's how they come standard, so you have to be able to build it that way in the kit.
I would hope so.
Yeah, because that would be because otherwise you couldn't. Like that would just be a lie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Champion cannot replace their weapon, so one guy's going to have this no matter what. Mm-hmm. But it could be up to 3. All right.
Yeah. I would guess most people don't have 6 Endrin riggers all with Ethermatic Saws and rivet guns. You know what I mean? I would think most people
so
would
either.
Have, yeah.
Is this one of those units can this unit be reinforced, or do I? Because I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it can. Okay. When it goes weapon by weapons can be changed. I always think that we're talking about a Warcry warband. All right. One last one. We're going to do LRL, and then we're going to take a break because then we're down to the 3S. The Seraphon, we may not even do Seraphon, Stormcast, and what's it? Sylvaneth. All right, cool. Lumineth Realm Lords.
Yep.
Heroic traits. Facets of brilliance. All right. Deployment phase. Scholar of the Sigils. Pick one of the following runes and apply the corresponding effect for the rest of the battle. It cannot be depicted on your battle scripture for the rest of the battle. This is interesting.
I still am foggy on how these things work.
Dear Lord, come on. You pick one every round, you get the effect. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. The 2 units get the effect, and if you have multiples of the same rune because you picked it more than one turn, you get an extra 2 units get the effect for every instance of the rune. It's really not that difficult.
I don't know.
But now you get this effect, but then you can't. So if there's a rune you never take, I can see just being like, I'll just take this permanent simple bonus and then just stick with the other runes. So you can basically give up the rune of strength and then you just +1 to run and charge for this unit.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You can't. It's just the hero gets this bonus, and then you cannot use this for. Now, let's say you plan not because the rune of the zenith. You want to place that the way for it to really work is to have a bunch of different runes, right?
Yeah.
So +1 to casting rolls for this unit. Maybe you're never going to play that one.
I could see that. Just pick Rune of Zenith right at the beginning on your wizard.
Yeah, and then he's got +1 for casting for the whole game, and then
yeah.
But I mean, you're really giving up stuff though, because you can't put it on your war scroll, which means you can't. It's not only can't you use it, but then its secondary abilities for the other two runes are gone.
Yeah.
Let's see. This unit has a 5-up ward. This unit's melee weapons have anti-charge +1 rend, and its ranged weapons have shoot in combat. That's a combo. So melee is anti-charge +1 rend, and ranged weapons have shoot in combat.
Yeah, that's if you're gonna. I guess you'd put it on one of the flying dudes.
Mm-hmm. Or the Rune of the Wind. If you get rid of that one, subtract 1 for hit rolls for combat attacks. So I don't know if I would be using this, but it is an interesting. It's making you think.
Yeah.
On a thing that already is making you think.
Can you put this on like any
hero?
The Avelinor, the mountain guys, those are not heroes, are they? They're monsters, right?
I know the named character is a hero, but then I don't know if the not named cows are heroes. I'd have to look that up.
I don't think that.
I don't think so. I will look it up. Why don't you take Peerless Swordsman while I look it up?
Peerless Swordsman, pick an enemy unit. This is at any combat phase. Pick an enemy unit with a starting size of 1 that is in combat with this unit to be the target. Then pick one of this unit's non-companion melee weapons to be the parrying blade. Roll the number of dice equal to the attacks characteristic of the parrying blade. For each 3+, subtract 1 from the attacks characteristic of the target's non-companion melee weapons for the rest of the turn. In addition, for each 5+, inflict 1 mortal damage on the target.
Interesting.
Seems pretty sweet.
Yep.
I like that one.
And by the way, no, the cow is not a hero.
Okay.
So only the named one is. So it can't go on them.
So who are you putting this on? You put it on like the hero on Wind Charger? Put it on that guy?
I think so. I mean, it's...
No, you only have a couple of options, right? People that aren't wizards. I mean, like the lore master, the general on Wind Charger, whatever that thing's called.
Yeah.
Or the hero on foot, the new one, the regent on foot.
Oh, right.
Or the banner blade, I guess, like the guy with the banner. You could put it on him.
But this,
you wouldn't want to put this on any of your wizards.
No. But the parrying blade, I mean, it's an interesting one. I kind of like this idea. If you do have, I'm not certain who you would put it on. Like you said, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But suddenly, I've got a 4 or 5 attack weapon because I'm a hero. And I can just roll, and each 3 up is, so we're in combat. Oh, you're minus, get a good roll. Oh, you're minus 3 attacks.
Right.
For this,
do that on like a big, like,
for the target's non-companion melee weapons for the rest of the turn.
Yeah. So you do that to like a big mega gargant or something.
Yeah. And for each 5 up, so 3 ups takes away their attacks. I mean, is it to a minimum of 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it can't go to 0. And then if you get some 5 ups, you do mortals. I kind of like this one.
Mm-hmm,
I think this is a pretty cool heroic trait.
Yeah.
And then the once per battle at the end of your turn, you can do the Dispassionate Soul. If this unit's in combat with an enemy hero, reduce your opponent's fury level by X, where X is the number of unique runes depicted on your battle scripture. Mm. Oh. Okay. Now, I mean...
Once per battle. So You use it at like round 4 or something.
Right. So I have to have a hero in combat with another hero, and then I reduce your fury level by X depending on the battle or the. So I would have in battle round 3. So I'd take 3. You take your fury level down by 3, or late in the game that might be big. Turn 4, suddenly your fury level goes down by 4 right before your turn.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. So let's see. The flawless maneuvers. One of them has keywords core, attack, and fight. This is a 20-pointer according to Warcom. Patient strike. Okay, enemy combat phase. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit. Oh, and this is a non-hero, non-monster Realm Lord unit. So there we go.
Okay.
Roll a die for each model in this unit that is in combat with the target. So picking it, roll for each 4-up, do a mortal damage on the target.
Jeez.
So you want to give this to at least a unit of 10?
Yeah. Put it on a big spear unit.
10 spear unit, yep. Roll a die for each model. Yeah, 4-ups, mortals. Enemy combat phase. Yeah. So it's only in your turn, and it's a core attack fight. So this is...
As you use it...
This is your attack.
Use it in the enemy combat phase.
Oh, that's right.
So you use it most ever 5 times.
Yeah. For 20 points. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That doesn't seem worth it.
I mean, 20 points, and after I do finish all my fighting and all my attacks and all my stuff is done.
Yeah.
Or would this count as my attack if I choose my guys to fight? No. Okay. All right. So what else do we have with these guys? They have perfect footwork and the dazzling phalanx. All right. Perfect footwork in the enemy movement phase. This is interesting. All this stuff is happening in their turn.
Yeah.
If each model in this unit is contesting the same objective, this unit can move up to 6 inches. It can move through the combat ranges of enemy units, but can only end the move in combat with units it was in combat with at the start of the move. It does not have to end the move in combat. It must end the move with each of its models contesting the same objective. Then this unit cannot use run abilities for the rest of the turn. So in the enemy movement phase...
You can move out of combat.
Yeah.
And then you could just get charged, but...
You can move you can move up to 6 inches. You still have to be contesting the objective, but you can be rearranging. You can be arranging to keep them off the objective.
Sure.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Before they charge, I want to rearrange, make the charge harder. I'm going to hold the, or no, I want to move. I'm going to move the guys up forward. I'm going to put them all right up on the edge of the objective circle.
Mm-hmm.
So even if
you can't get on it,
right?
Yeah.
And this is really interesting. So I can pick one of these. I can do stuff in your movement phase. I can do stuff in your combat phase, or I get a dazzling phalanx, a reaction. You declare a charge ability for a unit wholly within 9 and visible to this unit. So in your movement phase, your combat phase, or your charge phase is when these things come in.
Yeah.
Spend a rage dice. Adjust opponent's fury level as necessary. Then for the rest of the turn, +1 to wound for this unit's combat attacks that target the enemy unit that use the charge ability.
Yeah.
+1 to wound.
Pretty
as
good.
a reaction if you charged me.
Okay.
Great googly moogly. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Alarith Stone Mage and the Cenari Lore Seeker. All right. Why don't you take the Stone Mage?
Okay. Stone Mage is 150 in this iteration.
Uh-huh. And he was 120.
Okay, so he's 30 more.
Mm-hmm.
He has a passive ability called Elemental Endurance. If he's picked to be the target of Depict Rune ability for the rest of that battle round, when resolving the damage sequence for a friendly Luminous Realm Lord's unit, while it is wholly within 12 inches of this unit, if you spend Rage Dice as part of the Fight Through the Pain ability, remove 1 damage point from that unit's damage pool on a 2+ instead of a 3+. That's good.
Okay, so if this unit has, if he's one of the picked units when you do your rune ability,
yeah.
So the whole battle round, while resolving damage, I can spend a rage dice as a part of Fight Through the Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Then remove.
So it's on 2 instead of 3.
Right, but that fight through the pain, that's the one we talked about on the show. Like, that's the one we'd almost never be using, we thought. I mean, we could be wrong, but...
you would use it if you had... If your unit took a bunch of damage and you didn't want it to, and you're sitting on like 6 rage dice.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah,
I mean, it does make it better on a 2 instead of a...
Yeah, interesting. There's a couple caveats in there though that are weird. And he has a new spell called Earth's Grip, cast on a 7. Pick a visible enemy unit that has no more than 1 model, and it's within 18 inches of this unit to be the target. For the rest of the battle, the target is gripped until this unit is destroyed. The target breaks free, or you pick a different target for this spell. While the target is gripped, each time it uses a move ability, your opponent must roll a dice as a reaction and add their fury level to the roll. On a 7+, the target breaks free. Otherwise, that move ability has no effect.
Interesting. Wow. Okay, the old spell was pick an objective within 18 until the start of your next turn. Each time a non-flying unit that is contesting the target uses a move, they take D6 mortals.
Sure.
I think I like this one better.
Yeah, I do too, because there's no caveats on what you can put it on.
Well, a unit that has no more than 1 model. So once again, you're going after you are stopping a person. Like, you are literally pulling the rock up around them and locking it on their feet.
Yeah.
You're earth bending.
Right. And I think in this edition, we're going to see a lot of big monsters and stuff that are really wanting to use those rage dice to beat up stuff.
Right. Oh my gosh, because it just says an enemy unit with just a big monster.
Yeah, so like Archaon or Catacross or Alariel or...
Roll a D6 and add to fury level. So if the fury level is not high...
Right. They're just sitting there. Woof.
And
Can you imagine doing that to somebody's like 500-point model?
Yeah.
And now you're just making them sit there?
And you know what it is? It's getting at the end of the game when it's getting crucial, and you took that dispassionate soul, that heroic trait.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you have to be in combat with the enemy level. Reduce your combat fury level by 6, but that would have to be a different hero. Would have to be in combat with
a different hero does it. Yeah.
And then the Stone Mage grips him.
Yeah.
Interesting. And the Lore Seeker. What about the Lore Seeker?
Wow.
You want to?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was still thinking about that other thing.
That thing is pretty cool.
Seeker. Yeah, it's really cool. Lore Seeker, he's 160.
He went up 30.
Form. So he's got 2 abilities. Once per turn, Army, your hero phase. Pick Arcane Nullification. Pick a visible enemy hero within 12 inches of this unit to be the target. If this unit is in combat with the target, the corresponding effect applies until the start of your next turn. Otherwise, roll a dice. On a 3-up, it affects him until the start of your next turn. Holder of Forbidden Treasures. If the target has an artifact of power, that artifact of power has no effect. An Insignificant Underling is the other one. If the target does not have an artifact of power, other than the companion weapon ability, weapon abilities for the target's combat attacks have no effect. Cool.
That is nice. You can turn off an artifact of power or just turn off all their weapon abilities.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, because the old thing was just pick once per battle, pick a non-faction terrain feature within 3 inches.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the battle, +1 to cast for all wizards within 3. Yeah. And also once per battle, he could just teleport.
Right.
This is so much better. All right.
That's pretty good. It's a hero within 12. And the next one is once per turn, Army, end of any turn. Leashed Fury. If your opponent's fury level is lower, increase their fury level by 1. Each time this unit is picked to use the Eruption of Fury ability, if you spend 1 rage dice as part of that ability, it counts as 3 rage dice. This unit can be picked to use the Eruption of Fury ability, even if you've already used it this turn. Wow.
Whoa, wait a minute. So I can, if your opponent's fury level is lower than yours, they increase it 1.
Mm-hmm. So you can use the Eruption of Fury ability twice a turn, basically. And you only have to spend 1 for him, and he counts as 3.
So you basically can spend 2 and get 6 attacks?
Well, you'd spend 1 rage dice for this guy, and he'd get his regular 5.
It would count
then he'd get 3 more. And then you can have another unit.
No, I think you can spend up to 3, but on this one you just have to spend 1, and it counts as all 3. I don't
Correct.
think that. I don't think you get 5.
No, you don't. No, you just get 3.
And you can do it twice. Because
you
you
can
can
pick a
use the
different-
eruption ability even if you. Oh,
Somebody else can do another one.
oh, somebody else can do it. Okay, so somebody else
Yeah.
can do it, and then he can do it. I thought he could do it
Correct.
twice for the one.
No.
I was like, oh man.
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. It's not bad on a guy. He's got 5 attacks, 2 damage each. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it is your wizard hero that's getting it, but the thing is it's somebody else, and then he just gets it as a bonus, so you're not wasting your fury thing. He just for 1 extra rage point. This guy's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, there's no ranges on that or anything, but
No, that's pretty good. I kind of like the stuff for them.
yeah.
We're gonna break.
Yep.
We're going to take our break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do the last 3, the Seraphon, the Stormcast, and the Sylvaneth, and then we will probably wrap up.
Yeah.
I'm not certain. We'll see how we're feeling. Maybe try to squeeze in, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just do Death and Destruction together, like, soon.
Yeah.
And keep these a little shorter, because this is a lot of reading over this.
This is a lot. This is a lot.
It's just my brain hurts. All
I
right, we'll be
know.
back.
Okay.
That's right, folks. Chaos Orc Superstore, your one-stop shop for all your hobby gaming needs. They've not only got current and classic GW releases, Chess X Dice, and Vallejo paints, but now they're also carrying Mantic, Infinity, Flames of War, Privateer Press, Soda Pop, Dark Age, and other assorted board and miniature-based games. They usually ship within 24 hours, and the model in the picture is the model they ship to, because at Chaos Orc Superstore, what you see is what you get.
Are you finally looking to start your rebasing project?
6 Squared Studios.
Are you looking for some new and interesting resin terrain?
6 Squared Studios.
Are you looking for some fancy acrylic counters to keep track of wounds or maybe some other statistical anomalies?
6 Squared Studios.
Maybe you need a new rack for your paints?
6 Squared Studios.
Well, then look no further. What you need is 6 Squared Studios. They ship worldwide with domestic shipping for both the U.S. and Canada.
6 Squared Studios.
That's right, 6 Squared Studios. That's the number 6, squaredstudios.ca. When your gaming needs go beyond your basic dice, tape measure, models, and paints, think 6 Squared Studios. 6 Squared Studios. Now all your base are belong from them. And we're back, and we just realized that we went like a really long time without a break, and now we only had 2 breaks, and we got like 3 more sets of scrolls. So if you heard 2 commercials in a row right there, thanks for sticking with us. Because I don't know if I had time to go back and re-edit and figure out how to do that quicker. So there we go. Let's talk Seraphon. Yeah, let's talk Seraphon, although we need, at some point, if we've got some time, I'd like to come before they get their book, because they got a whole new glow-up on their faction scrolls.
Did they?
Yeah. Seraphon got a bunch of boosts onto their new...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the Sons of Behemoth, Ogres, Fire Slayers... Hedonites, those all got updates. Well, those got updates a while ago. So Fire Slayers got it on the 29th of June. They got an update.
Mm-hmm.
And Seraphon got an update. They got their update. They got an update today.
For real?
But, yeah, their battle traits. But they're already saying about their battle traits have changed. You can do other things to basically, instead of just halfway through the game, if you did something right, you'll get to have more of these cool abilities.
Oh, right. I think
Now
they
it's
said
just-
that there's
yeah.
a way to get all of them at once. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, once per battle round, start a battle round. You can't use this in the first battle round. Pick an asterism you prophesied. You cannot pick one that you've previously picked if you do not meet the conditions. So basically, every battle round, you can get another one. So you can start with one, and 3 or more enemy units have been destroyed. And that's over the course of the game. There's no enemy units wholly within friendly territory. Like, they're easy to get. And they've gone through it, and just kind of giving them little boosts like that throughout their things. So I wouldn't mind talking about that at some point if we have time. Right. But yeah, they just got this whole update onto their thing. So let's talk about it. Seraphon's heroic traits. New heroic traits. Servants of the Cosmic Order. They got a passive. Add 10 to this unit's control score while it's wholly within 12 inches of a friendly manifestation. That's not your hero plus 10 to their control score. Okay. Once per battle, end of your turn, calm and collected. Reduce your opponent's fury level by... reduce your and your opponent's fury level by up to 3 to a minimum of 0. You must reduce both fury levels by the same amount.
Ooh. I kind of like that.
Yeah, so if you're way above them, or if you just don't need your fury level, because you can drop them to 0. And the other one, Lord of Space and Time, at the end of your turn, and you can only give this to Slan Star Masters. Okay,
this one's 20 points.
Yeah, that's right. This is a 20-pointer. Yep. Pick any number of friendly Seraphon units wholly within 12 inches that have not moved. Okay, and this is at the end of your turn. This unit gains a number of stored time points equal to the number of targets picked. Then, if this unit has 5 or more stored time points, you can pick up to 3 visible enemy units within 18 inches. In your opponent's next turn, half the move characteristic of those enemy units. If you do so, this unit cannot use this ability again for the rest of the battle. So, So it's at the end of your turn, you just gain the points.
Yeah.
But at one point in the game, So, okay. Up to 3 visible units.
So when you need it, you use it. So it's basically a one-use only.
Yep. But you're storing them up at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that hasn't moved. So in the beginning, you got a couple of guys protecting your slan, and they're just sitting there. You can build up 2 or 3 in a turn, 2 or 3 the next turn, and then you're ready to have the move characteristic. 3 units within 18 inches. That's actually not bad. Although, I don't know if... I mean, they're not bad. I don't know if they're any better than the regular ones in the faction pack, but they're interesting. All right, now you can give these to a monster. They have monstrous traits, and they have a lot of monsters in this army, so this is cool.
Are you looking at the Beasts of the Dark Jungle?
Yes, the Beasts of the Dark Jungle. Now, these are...
They're all 10 points.
These are all 10 points apiece. All right. One is a passive, Chameleonic Camouflage. While this unit has not used a move ability in the same turn, it is not visible to enemy units more than 12 inches away. That's a nice one, especially to give to a monster.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
You cannot see the monster if it hasn't moved. You can't target it with all your cool abilities. Oh, good. That's a passive, which I love. Now, these other ones are rampages. Okay? In your combat phase, Titanic Slam. Pick an enemy unit, roll a die, add 1. If it charges this turn on a 3-up, the enemy unit has strike last.
Those are always good.
Always good. Always like a strike last.
Yeah.
Armor Cruncher. Any combat phase. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit to be the target. You can spend a rage die and adjust the opponent's fury level as necessary. Or, instead of spending a rage dice, just roll a dice, and if it equals or exceeds the target's save characteristic, you can apply the effect below. So that's iffy. And then you have to. I mean, even the best save you're going to find is a 3-up. So you only
3-up.
-1 for save rolls for the target for the rest of the turn. So spend a rage dice and -1 to save rolls, or try to roll it and get -1 of their save rolls.
I like that one just because you get to use it 10 times.
Yep. Any combat phase, just boom, pick a unit. It's got to be in combat,
right? But
yeah, just -1 to saves is nice against a monster. Yeah, you don't want to take -1 to the saves against this stuff.
Yeah, the problem with Titanic Slam is that you'll never roll a 3+. Sorry.
You'll never roll a 3+ because the dice don't like you.
It'll just never happen. You'll need it to happen so you can win the game. And nope.
There you go. All right, so let's look at the Slan Star Master.
He's 230 now in this bit.
Yes, went down from 260.
Yeah.
Still a wizard 3. Still has the other stats. Doesn't have the celestial reinforcements anymore, so the 1 CP to set up a replacement unit with half the number is not there, which is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a completely different spell. It's basically all different.
Yeah.
Once per battle in the deployment phase, you can pick a battle round. At the start of the battle round, set your opponent's fury level to 7. Then at the start of the battle round after that one, set it to 1.
Yes. And yours.
Use your and yours. That's so right in deployment, you pick one round we're both going to be at 7, but the next round we are definitely going to be at 1.
Wow.
Oh, if you pick that like battle round 3 when things are really starting to go, and then that next round is like, you get nothing. When would you know when to use that? Like you got to really know this army. You got to pick the battle round that much ahead of time, like at deployment. That's crazy. The spell is Celestial Unmaking. On a 7, pick an enemy unit within 12 until the start of your next turn. So it turns off all their special abilities except Companion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And once per turn per army, Arcane, or it's not Aureola.
Oriole.
Yeah, Oriole. Pick a friendly manifestation.
Yeah.
Pick a friendly manifestation wholly within 18 inches. Spend up to 3 rage dice and adjust your opponent's fury level as necessary. Then add X to the damage characteristic of the target's melee weapons.
That's crazy.
So you can increase it up to damage up to 3. Pick a friendly manifestation. Oh, my God.
Add X to the damage characters of the target's melee weapons.
Yep.
Blimmin' heck.
So a decent... Yeah, that's okay. I'll take that.
Gnashing Jaws is already...
you don't even need something with a lot of damage. You need something with a ton of attacks that gets through on those 1 damage. And it's like, now my damage is 4.
Quicksilver Swords.
Yep.
Which has crit mortals.
Yep.
Jeez. I think it makes 12 attacks.
That spell is great.
Can you imagine the damage for Quicksilver Swords with crit mortals?
Oh, that's just once per turn per army in your combat phase. So in your combat phase, you can just do this. Spend the dice. All right, I kind of like that one.
That one's nuts.
That's really good. I kind of think that's cool. I really hope that I just want this army to be good.
It would be damage 4, 12 attacks, Quicksilver Swords with crit mortals.
That's so good.
You could do 48 damage with a manifestation.
Now,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, Scarvet on Agradon. It used to be once per battle per army, pick each friendly Agradon Lancer unit wholly within 12, and they get +1 attacks for their companion weapons, and you give them rage tokens. That is not in here anymore. Also, end of any turn, they used to have Primal Rage. If this unit fought, put a rage token next to it. And then you add 1 attack for each rage token you have. So that thing would just get angrier when it fought and get better. Now...
It still has rage tokens, but they're different now. They're rage dice.
Yeah. Okay, so once per battle per army in the deployment phase. So one of these things we can do. Pick this unit and up to 1 friendly Seraphon Cav unit if those units have not been deployed. So before you deploy, pick this in a Cav unit. Set it up in reserve, stalking the prey. Then either set this unit up in reserve, stalking the prey, or set it up wholly within friendly territory, more than 9 inches from enemy territory. Those units have now been deployed.
Wow. You can scout.
Yep. You get the Cav, and you can do it with this guy as well, but you don't have to do it with him.
All right.
In the move-in phase, Saurian Ambush. Pick each friendly unit that's stalking the prey. Set them up on the battlefield, wholly within 7 inches of the battlefield edge and more than 9 inches from enemy units.
Yikes.
So it's a little tighter to the edge, but you can bring it in any battlefield edge.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. And then they have a reaction if the opponent declared a shoot ability. They have reptilian instincts. You can use this ability even if you're in reserve. Pick each friendly unit that is stalking the prey to be the targets. After the shoot ability has been resolved, set up each target on the battlefield more than 9 inches from enemy units and within 18 inches of the unit that used the shoot ability.
Okay.
All right, so if I've got these 2 units in reserve and you shoot, I can bring them. They don't have to be by the table edge anymore.
No.
They can just, boom, be there.
And then they can move.
Yeah, because you shot.
They can move up to the number of rage dice you spend.
Okay, so you can spend up to 3 rage dice, adjust opponent's fury level as necessary, and then move X inches. It must end that movement no further from the unit that used the shoot ability.
Yeah.
For the rest of the turn, each time a target uses a charge ability, it must end that charge.
Right. So you have to charge the people that were shooting.
This is interesting.
It's a pretty interesting ability. It's kind of neat.
So 9 inches away from them, you can spend up to 3 dice to get you within 6.
And then you get to charge them.
And it's when
because then you can counter charge.
Well, your opponent declared a shoot ability. What if you know when I'm going to use this? In my turn. When you decide you're going to spend a CP and shoot me.
Yes, you could do that.
Because if I have these guys out and you decide to do that, boom, I drop them down during the shooting phase. I'm going to spend that. I'm going to spend those 3 rage dice. I'm going to be in 6.
Yeah. Well, I think you're meant to use it in your opponent's phase. Then you could countercharge.
True, but I don't have to spend the countercharge points if I do it. If you're shooting during my phase,
right?
I mean, that's just an option, but I kind of love it.
Yeah,
I kind of love it. All right,
wow.
Stormcast. Artifacts of Power, Artifacts of the Tempest. Stormcast, they have a 20-pointer as well.
Yeah.
In here. So let's see. Start of any turn, Pendant of Azurite Majesty. Pick a visible enemy unit within 18. Then pick a friendly Stormcast unit wholly within 12. Spend a rage dice, adjust as necessary. Then for the rest of the turn, while it is visible to this unit, -1 for casting rolls and enchanting rolls for the target enemy unit, and +1 to casting and enchanting rolls for the friendly unit. So you're basically, start of any turn, picking a couple of wizards.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Any combat phase, Blades of the Six Smiths. Pick one of this unit's non-companion melee weapons. For the rest of the turn, half the attack characteristic of the target weapon, rounding up. Double the damage of the weapon. Attacks made with the target weapon score crits on 3s.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm not sure who you're giving this to, though.
You get half their attacks, but double the damage. I don't know. I don't play Stormcast enough. There's got to be a hero.
I mean, I don't know if I would. This is an artifact. I don't know. Is this better than Quicksilver Draught? For the guy who leads the Reclusians is the dude you putting all this crap on.
Well, I'm just saying you got to have someone who has a crit ability too. But if someone's got like crit mortals,
I think he does.
So you're going to half their attacks, double the damage, and now your crit mortals on 3s.
Right.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Let me find that guy. Where is he?
While you're doing that, I'll go to the next.
The Lord Terminos.
Okay.
Is who you'd be putting this on. Let me find him.
While you're looking, I'll talk about the passive real quick.
Yep.
The Fractured Astral Jewel. If an ability would heal and return any slain models to an enemy unit while they're within 6 of this unit, it does not heal or return anybody. That's a great passive.
Yeah.
Did you find the Lord Terminos yet?
I got him. Yeah, I got him right here. He's got 4 attacks. He's got 4 attacks. So you'd half his attacks. He'd have 2. And then he'd be 6 damage. And then he'd do crits on 3s. Crit mortals on 3s.
That's pretty good.
So he could do 12 damage just with crit mortals. Just bump, bump.
That's a great artifact.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really a great artifact.
Yeah, because he's damaged 3 crit mortals. Trying to think who else you might want to put that on. I mean, that's probably the best guy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Scars of War. Uncaged Lightning this is the 20-point passive.
Mm-hmm.
Each time an enemy unit in combat with this unit moves or is removed from the battlefield after that ability has been resolved, if that enemy unit is on the battlefield and not in combat with this unit, D3 mortals.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so anytime they do any sort of move, if they're not in combat with you at the end of the turn, there you go.
Nice.
Then the other ones are 10 points. Veterans of the Amberstone Watch. This passive, enemy units do not have strike first keyword while they are within combat of this unit. Enemy units that have the strike last would still have strike last. They would not be treated as having neither strike first nor strike last.
Right. So this one, you could really double down on the old Quicksilver Draught combo with the Reclusians and the Lord Terminos, because then they guarantee that you're going to get the strikes first against whoever you're fighting. So if you're fighting somebody with also strikes first, you're going to get them.
Yeah.
You know, when they come into you, you're going to do this.
So it's a non-hero, non-beast Stormcast unit.
Yeah. So like Reclusians or
right.
whoever.
And then this other passive, Pyrotechnic Souls. When this unit's destroyed, gain 3 rage dice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Yeah. Once again,
you don't. I know. I don't
if
like.
I gotta die.
Yeah. When I die, I get stuff like.
So
of these 3, I'm pretty sure the Veterans of Amberstone Watch is the best one.
Yeah, and it's the one that's only 10 points, because that's Scars of War. That if it moves, it takes D3 mortals. That's 20 points, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know. Okay, D3 mortals, like I don't know.
Yeah, or Uncaged Lightning, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So let's get on to these. So we got Iridan the Witness.
Yeah, I think he's exactly the same as his other one.
Is he?
I think so.
Okay. Once per turn per army, he has a reaction. This unit was picked to be the target of a non-core ability.
Yeah, that's what they always have.
Okay, so what is his prayer? Demands of the Witness. Goes off on a 3. Pick a visible friendly Ruination Chamber unit wholly within 12. If the chanting roll is a 7, you can pick another eligible unit. +1 rend.
Yeah.
Let's see. And his other thing is on the Wings of Death. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit. If the target charges this unit, apply the effects below. Otherwise, it's on a 3-up.
Yeah.
You can remove this unit from the battlefield, set it up again within an inch of the target, -1 from hit rolls for the target's attacks. Oh, so you're just kind of flipping around the unit, and it's harder for him to hit you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got the exact same war scroll.
This is 100 points more, though.
Yeah.
Is it that much better?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see, we were seeing him a lot at tournaments.
Oh, cool. Well, that's good then. Good for him.
Yeah.
If he's 100 points more and he's still getting picked, he must be good.
Yeah.
And Stormstrike Paladors, they went up 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
And they get they can retreat without any damage, but I thought they could do that before. Can they do that?
Sure.
No mortals when they retreat?
I can see.
That's a pretty cool thing because they get +1 damage on the charge and all that stuff. So that'd be cool. And once per turn per army, any combat phase. If this unit charged this turn, pick an enemy unit in combat with it. With this unit, it has to be. Okay. So if it charges this turn,
they're different than their normal scroll. Yeah.
So if this unit charges this turn, pick an enemy unit in combat with both of the following units to be the target. This unit and a friendly unit that didn't charge this turn. Mm-hmm. +1 damage of the unit's melee weapons for attacks that target that enemy unit for the rest of the turn. So if it was already in combat and then you guys come charging in to help it out, then you get +1 damage against it. That's actually pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't. That's not bad.
Yeah, the other one is is their regular scrolls. You can reroll charges, and they have strike first when they charge.
Ah.
That's their regular scroll.
Okay, well, that's definitely better. I mean, the new scroll, right? It seems better.
I think so. I mean, the other one can do more damage, but well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not actually.
I'm not certain.
So this one is because they're 3 damage on the charge with this.
Yeah, that's good, right? I mean,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because they get +1 damage when they charge +1 damage, and they get another damage with this ability. Oof.
Yeah, that is nice. All right, Sylvaneth, when they were finishing up with Order.
Yeah.
All right, Artifacts of Power, Relics of Nature. The Glamour Weave is a passive. This one's a good one. Each phase, you can reroll a hit roll, a wound roll, and a save roll for this unit.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
These are all, by the way, these are all 10s each. Oh, no, the Aspects of Deep Bazaar. This is just their relics. And I think this was the same one they had last time. I think this this Glamour Weave.
Oh, okay.
End of any turn, the Amulet of Residence. If this unit used Eruption of Fury, or you spent Rage Dice as part of a Fight Through the Pain ability when resolving the damage sequence, give a ritual point to each visible friendly Sylvaneth priest wholly within 12 inches.
Okay.
All right. So if you use Eruption of Fury, you can get an ritual points for your priests.
Okay.
And then the final one is the Dancing Mystiflies. Opponent declared a spell within 30 inches of this unit. If this unit's not a wizard, it can unbind like it's a wizard 1. Otherwise, it can unbind an additional time in each phase. If this unit successfully unbinds, and the caster is within the creeping overgrowth, inflicted amount of mortal damage on the caster equal to the difference between the casting roll and the unbinding roll to a maximum of 6.
Nice.
This one is nice. I do like this one quite a bit.
Yeah.
Getting the extra unbind is great, and then if I do beat you, you take mortals on top of it.
So if you put if you give this to a wizard, they just get an extra unbind. Is that right?
They get an extra unbind.
Okay.
And if they're not a wizard, they get an unbind. But then, like I said, it's the mortal damage by the difference that you.
Yeah.
Because I need a 6 to cast. You roll that 6, and you're like, oh no! Like
you spike it, get an 11 or something.
Right. Because it's a maximum of 6, but I mean, you could really hurt somebody. It's that's gonna put a target on that unit. But that's kind of great. I kind of like that.
Right.
All right. Aspects of the Deep Woods. These are 10 points each. First one is a passive. Aspect of the Harvest Boon. +1 of the move characteristics if it's in the creeping overgrowth. Not bad. Aspect of the Iron Bark. When resolving the damage sequence for this unit, if you spend Rage Dice to fight through the pain, you can reroll any of those dice. After the damage sequence has been resolved, if you rolled a total of 10 or more on those rerolls, this ability has no effect for the rest of the battle. Oh. So if you spent Rage Dice, you can re-roll them. But if you re-roll them and those rolls are more than 10, then you've overwhelmed it and it's now burnt out.
Yeah, and you need 3s to negate the damage, right?
Right. Ugh, no, I don't know about this. I don't know that I want that one.
Yeah, unless you just roll 3. Unless you just roll 3 dice, because you'll never hit a 10. No, I guess you could.
No, because
what
if you
I see.
You add them up. You could roll 2 6s.
You literally add them up. I got you.
Yeah, if you roll 2 6s, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And finally, once per battle, when you declare the Endless Growth, if this unit is wholly within the creeping undergrowth, for each target of that ability that is within, wholly within 12 inches, you can pick one of the following effects. So for each unit, you can pick effects. Either roll a D6 instead of a D3. If, as a result of another ability, you would heal 3, the target instead heals 6. Oh, so that's nice because I had that. That's one of the battle traits where your monsters just auto heal 3. They just auto heal 6.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Once per battle.
Still.
Yeah.
If the target's Carnothy, instead of rolling D3 and picking an effect, you can just return a slain model.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you're on a heal 3 tip, that might be it. Although I do like that. Well, +2 movement isn't bad either.
Yeah.
None of them really stand out, I'll be honest with you. Although I do
Right.
like the heal 6 once per battle. Because if you need it, you need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and let's look. The Kurnoth Hunters with great swords. All right, so these fools used to do... I mean, the Kurnoth Hunters are all nice. I haven't played with that too much because I'm still been learning, and of course I'm playing with lots of cheap infantry because I play everything like a Horde army because I'm an idiot. So I haven't used all my Kurnoth Hunters yet, so we'll find out. Let's see, with great swords. Here we go. Now, these guys normally, if they charge, you roll a dice for each model in the unit, and 3-ups do impact, 1 mortal. And you're -1 rend against them. Oh, that's just the thing they all have. -1 rend if they're completing the creeping undergrowth, which has stayed the same. So they lost the crushing, the impact hits, and now they have once per turn per army at the end of your turn. If this unit's not in combat, it can move a distance up to its move characteristic, but it must end the move within the creeping overgrowth and not in combat. So at the end of your turn, you can move 6 inches.
Cool.
If you're not in combat, but you can't get you into combat. And for that, they went up 30 points.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's that great, but that's what it is. 30 points. I don't know that I'm taking them, but then again, I don't know how to use them yet. I haven't really used them in my army.
Yeah.
Tree Lord Ancient went up 10 points.
It's interesting.
Only 10. Tree Lord
This
Ancient.
because this is like a mainstay of the army.
Yes, very much so. And it is a hero, which is the hero version. So, let's see. The battle damage hasn't changed. Everything else really has. It had a once per turn per army ability, where roll a dice, and on a 3-up, you're +1 to hit till the start of your next turn. That's its rampage. It doesn't have a rampage now. Interesting. Or nothing that has a keyword rampage. And it also had a once per turn per army in your movement phase. Pick some terrain, then pick friendly, non-unique Kurnothi or Tree Lord and set up a replacement unit. Oh, this is the guy who can replace the...
make a new tree man.
You remove the overgrowth token. So he can't do that anymore. What can he do? He has Arcane Osmosis. Once per turn per army. For the rest of the turn, each time you make a casting roll for this unit, add D3 to the roll. And it is a wizard, too. That's nice.
Yeah.
This unit cannot move or be removed from the battlefield by any ability that would allow it to be set up elsewhere on the battlefield or in reserve. So, for the rest of the turn, you're rooted.
Yeah. But you're adding D3 to your casts.
Cool. That's actually kind of cool. And he does have a spell here, Jade Abjuration. This goes off on a 7. Pick a friendly Awakened Wildwood, wholly within 12 inches, to be the target. Until the start of your next turn, ignore the effects of enemy spell abilities on units that are within 6 inches of the target, friendly and enemy. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And weapons used by manifestations have a maximum attack characteristic of 1 while they're within 6 inches.
Yeah. So you can cast on him or a Wildwood.
Pick okay. I kind of like it.
Yeah. I don't know if it depends. If you have a bunch of other tree men in your list, then I would take the other guy.
Yes.
But if you're taking just a spellcaster dude, maybe this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's definitely more focused on spells.
Yes. Yeah, because the other one, like I said, he's got the bonus of bringing a guy back if you take away one of your overgrowth tokens.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's pretty cool, I think. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we were planning to try to do 2 factions now, but here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to stop with order. We're going to come back probably in about a week, hopefully, maybe a little less time, and do Death and Destruction. And then we'll come back again, so we'll get a 3-episode month, and we will get in... then we'll also get in Chaos there at the end. So we got a lot to cover still. I hope you guys are enjoying this. But I think we're going to stop right here.
Yeah.
I think that'll be fine. Sorry about the weird commercial breaks, folks. Sometimes stuff happens. Please let us know what you think of this stuff and the Scourge of Ashy stuff. I am liking what I'm seeing.
A lot of content.
A lot of content. But I'm liking what I'm seeing with this. Yeah, listen. If you're starving for this stuff, go watch The Honest Wargamer. I mean, honestly, he covers this. Rob covers this. Each one of these in a separate little video. Each one's like 15 or 20 minutes. If you can't wait, he knows what he's talking about. But if you want to wait for our BS hot takes, then we will have more coming up in the next week or so. All right, cool. You ready, Chris? We good?
Yep.
Want to once again thank our Patreon patrons, executive producers Kyle Leaf and Ricky Sean, our new executive producer, associate producer Big Jake, and our new patron Boo Boo Keys, coming all in here. Also want to thank Chaos Orc Superstore, 6 Squared Studios, and Grognards before we get going. Chris, well, as soon as we get off the air, we're going to figure out when we're going to come back and do the next batch because we're going to try to crank these out for you guys. Also, keep checking the Discord and the Patreon and stuff because we are really working hard to bring a lot more content out right now. We are trying to get all this together now that I'm home and summer school's over. So, woohoo, here we go. All right, folks, you ready, Chris? Yep. Until next time, only the faithful will be triumphant, only the faithful will stand when all others fall, and only the faithful will know no despair except in failure.
Or Sigbor!